What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today for episode number 64 of the Car 5 podcast. You guys know me. I'm your host, Joshua. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Acura NSX and how there's word from Acura putting a Type R label on it. So as usual, everyone, let's go ahead and just dive right into things. So this episode, everyone, is actually kind of a big deal because it involves a car that has had a huge fan base for absolutely ever since it came out. The Acura NSX has always been, the underdog supercar, the budget supercar. And the reason for that, if you're not aware, is because when the Acura NSX originally came out in the 90s and had production up to early 2000s, it was half the price of all the other supercars out there. It competed with Ferrari and Porsche and Lamborghini, and some people thought certain Corvettes as well, because for about half the cost, you had that supercar performance. Eventually, production did stop, and we got the car back to us. We were blessed with that from Acura in 2016 up to present day 2019. They are still producing it. Now, today's NSX does use a 3.5 liter V6 that actually does have hybrid assistance. It does use 3 electric motors to power, in which you get some crazy performance. You got 573 horsepower with 476 foot-pounds of torque. Your 0 to 60 is achieved in 2.7 seconds, and you have a top speed of 191. So even still today, it's a serious competitor to its likes of certain Ferraris and Porsches and the whole bit. Now, what's the deal with this Type R, and why is it a big deal? Well, the Type R label through Acura has always signified greater performance. Better brakes, more horsepower, more torque, better aerodynamics, lighter, stronger suspension, all of these things to make the car more track ready and race ready and just overall more aggressive. So the fact that we got news of a Type R label from Acura to go on this NSX present day, huge news. Now, in regards to those specific details, Acura has not released too much. They're kind of keeping it a little bit of a secret within themselves. But just by looking at the sheer pictures we do have and a little bit we do know, it's already super exciting. So off the bat, we know the horsepower is jumping from 573 to 650, which is already a big deal. And just from the pictures, we know it's going to have a bigger spoiler. You're going to have stiffer racing suspension. You're also going to have upgraded carbon ceramic brakes, which tells me, as a fan and just by looking at the photos, this thing's meant for the track. And I have no doubt it is going to dominate the track. Now, we also have some information from Forbes. They've talked about a price point of $200,000. I'm not sure how exactly they got that figure, but Forbes, majority of the time is a pretty reliable source, which means that's going to put you in the price point of a Porsche 911 Turbo S, a McLaren 570S, a Lamborghini Huracan, and a Ferrari Portofino, give and take 10, 20 grand. But those are the competition, or those are the cars you can get compared to the Acura Type R NSX. So you've got some pretty serious competition out there. But again, don't discount the NSX. It being an Acura and the price point it's going to be in, I have no doubt in my mind it's going to perform. When Acura decides to release further information and details, of course, I'm going to let you guys know about it. But we have a Type R coming to us from Acura. That's awesome. It's huge news. I can't wait to see what else it's going to do specification-wise. And ladies and gentlemen, that's actually all we have for episode number 64, talking about the Acura NSX Type R. Don't forget to follow on Instagram, like on Facebook. If you guys are checking out the YouTube for the first time, browse the channel. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind, leave a like as well. Anything you guys ever need from me, you can just shoot me an email, info@car5podcast.com. Don't forget to tune into the next episode number 65. We're going to be talking about the brand new Ferrari SF90 Stradale, and that thing is an absolute monster. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please remember to drive safe and have a fantastic evening. Thank you.